Boron is a mineral that is considered as non-essential, meaning that according to current dietary guidelines, we don't need it. But I'm here to change your mind. Going off on all the studies we have on the mineral, it's clear that it has its purpose in the human body. Boron is stored in our bones and it has numerous positive effects on the metabolism of other minerals and vitamins. In my opinion, it is essential. So have studies shown that boron is very important for the formation of bones through improving mineral absorption and increasing vitamin D3 levels. Boron seems to improve life quality for those affected by diseases such as osteoporosis, arthritis, and even cancer. It even seems to play an important role in brain function and mental well-being. And of course, the reason that I start to take it in the form of raisins is that boron has strong hormone regulating effects. Some signs even suggest that it might boost testosterone, but more about that later. So you might be wondering, if boron is so important, then why is no one concerned about it? Well, for one, there is no established recommended daily intake, which for the average person would translate into not important. It's simply not getting a lot of attention, just like vitamin K2. Most people simply have never even heard about boron. Unless you are a gardener, then you would know how extremely important adequate boron is for plants. So why not for humans? Every other mineral that as mammals require happens to be important for plants. Magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, calcium, sulfur, silica, you name it. We need those minerals just like plants, yet we think boron would be the exception apparently. Another reason we are not concerned with boron is that as with vitamin K2, you probably will not directly die from a deficiency. But neither will you from being deficient in any other vitamin or mineral. You know, you're just going to develop a lot of health problems throughout the years, and then the deficiency can slowly kill you. We are chronically deficient in boron, and virtually everyone doesn't even know it. But luckily for you, I do know it, and I'm ready to educate you on this incredibly interesting nutrient. First, let's start with the research on testosterone. When it comes to the studies on boron and increasing testosterone, we cannot just take them for granted, like Eric Berg is doing in this instance.
Boron, which is a trace mineral, can help vitamin D and help your bone formation. It also is good for increasing testosterone.
No, Eric, we actually do not know yet if boron is good for increasing testosterone. However, that's not to say that it isn't. Let's have a look at what the studies say. One study showed positive results on increasing testosterone, but it was done on older postmenopausal women. Another study that was done on healthy young males showed no correlation. However, that study made the subjects take 2.5 milligrams of boron a day. It makes sense that this study didn't find a correlation, since for many studies the lowest active dose of boron appears to be 3 milligrams, and other studies commonly use even more, up to as much as 10 milligrams. So 2.5 milligrams as was used in that study, it's likely not enough, although it did manage to raise plasma boron levels significantly. Most healthy people will require at least 3 milligrams to experience noticeable health benefits, and probably more if they want to experience its potential to increase testosterone. So what do studies on boron in correlation to testosterone show when a higher dose is used? Well, there is one study done with 8 young male subjects where they had them take 10 milligrams of boron a day for a week and saw an incredible increase in free testosterone levels by 28.3%. However, this study didn't have a control group. Is it therefore not of importance? Well, an increase of 28.3% in free testosterone in a week for just taking a supplement is quite a lot. Also, the same study showed an incredible decrease in estrogen by 39%. Plus, another study shows an increase in dehydroepianesterone, or in simpler terms DHEA, by as much as 95%, which is incredible. Lower DHA levels are common for middle-aged men, and increasing them is of great benefit to slow signs of aging, improve physical performance, and many other conditions. Boron has also been found to lower SHGB levels, or sex hormone binding globulin, by 10%, which offers an explanation as to why boron might increase free testosterone. Bottom line, reliable research regarding the testosterone claim might be lacking, but the research available is noteworthy, and there certainly is no reliable research that shows adequate dosages of boron wouldn't be beneficial for increasing testosterone. And otherwise, it's likely to be important for other hormones that regulate our performance as human beings. Because, hey, remember, testosterone is not the only hormone of importance when it comes to health and fitness, believe it or not. But boron has many other health benefits that I will discuss in tomorrow's video. For now, however, let's establish how you can get more of it in your daily diet. Boron is one of the minerals you'll get a lot more of if you are a plant-based eater, because it's typically found in plant foods. And it's not unusual for vegans to have an intake of 3 milligrams at a 2000 calorie basis. This is enough to experience benefits and protection for some conditions. People on an omnivorous diet, on the other hand, are lucky if they get more than a milligram a day, which does not appear to be sufficient to experience anything from it. Now, boron is found in different quantities in pretty much all foods, but found a lot more in plants compared to almost all animal sources, which usually only offer trace amounts. So the richest source is raisins, offering between 2 to 4 milligrams per 100 grams. Other food sources are dried apricots at 2 milligrams per 100 grams and lentils at 0.75 milligrams per 100 grams cooked. There are many more sources, and I'll address those in a future video titled Boron and Vegans. Now, you can still get boron naturally as someone who doesn't want to eat raisins, apricots and lentils, who follows a diet mostly devoid of plant foods. Yeah, remember where I said that the body stores boron? That's right, the bones. You could soak bones in a slow cooker with vinegar so that they become brittle and chewable. That's a way to get boron from animal products. How much boron will you get from that, you ask? I have no idea. I could not find any data on this, so maybe nothing. Maybe it's not a reliable source at all, for all I know. Now, I think some type of fish eggs offer an unusual high amount of boron too, but that's because it's added as an additive to preserve the eggs from spoiling, so it's not a natural source. My own experience with including more boron-rich foods on a vegan diet has been a positive one, so I'll go over some of the benefits that I have experienced. 1. It regulated my hunger. At some point on a plant-based diet I had a big problem with hunger regulation caused by a high-carb, low-fat vegan diet. I always ate a lot of dried fruit, but when I started to incorporate raisins, I noticed a drastic change in my hunger control and ended up needing to eat less in order to feel satisfied. It's actually notoriously known for this property under food manufacturers that stopped using it as a preservative for exactly that reason. I suppose it might have something to do with boron's properties to increase mineral absorption and to regulate hormones. So the second thing I noticed is that it increases sex drive. Now, low drive is not something I've ever suffered from, but for some people it might be a huge benefit to increase their libido. And third, boron gave me strong bones. Some say vegans have brittle bones, I have a video here that you should definitely watch where I showcase quite the opposite as a long-term vegan. If anything, my bones have become stronger than ever, and despite that, genetically speaking, I have really small bones, they have a superior density even compared to people that drink a gallon of milk a day and what have you. And I attribute my somewhat unusual bone strength for a large part to a high boron intake. I hope y'all learned something. Be sure to watch the follow-up videos titled Boron Health Benefits / Boron and Vegans. You can also find them in the description below once they're uploaded. I guess the verdict and logical conclusion anyone should come to is that you should start adding a source of boron into your daily diet right now. But if you're not convinced yet, then be sure to watch tomorrow's video where I'll go over many of boron's health benefits. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all a nice day.